Welcome back to BBI Pilots. Glad to be here with you. Go ahead and open up the chat in case you got questions. This is for actually a new pilot that I know, Leo. If you end up watching this, which I believe you will. I'm going to briefly go over FSTramp and using it so you can fly. Alright. So, in order for you to fly any of the freeware, so let's say the 737 Max 10. Okay. In order for you to fly that, and I'm actually going to alright, so I killed p3d because I don't want you to see that yet. What I do want you to see, if you've installed FSTramp, you've got two things. You got FSTramp and you got the FSTramp scenery assembler. What you're going to do before you run that, okay, I'm going to show you. You're going to go to program data, and then you're going to see FSTramp. You're going to see, you might see more than one. The folder you're going to want to create is this one right here. I'm going to grab the name for you. Because you're not going to see this folder. But you're going to need to make it in order for this to work right. I'm going to put the name of the folder. Okay. So, you're going to go to program data under your C drive. Okay, and you're going to create a folder and you're going to name it FSTramp, and you're going to capitalize the F and the S and the T. So it's going to be capital F as in Frank, S as in Sam, T as in Tom, lowercase RAMP. Okay, space, the word for, FOR, all lowercase, space, capital F as in Frank, S as in Sam, space, V11. Okay? Inside that folder of mine, you're going to see a file here called scenery.00. Okay? That file comes from back in my program data folder, FSTramp for p3d. Okay? See, there it is. Scenery.00. Each time that I run scenery, I will grab that file and put it inside of the FSTramp for V11. Alright, so I'm going to do it just to show you. I need to do that anyway, so let's see. Here's the scenery assembler. Okay, so I'm going to run it. It's going to say assembly senior database 4 FSTramp button. Now, before you hit that, make sure you've got it set for four. Hit enter on that. And then assemble right here. Hit OK. I'm doing no progress. You want to hit insert U or it's going to beep like crazy. See how it's beeping and beeping and beeping? Let that keep going. It's going to take a few minutes. If you hit that button and it does it in like a second, then something's probably not right. Okay? And of course, mine's still going. Turn on my air here. It's important that you do that because if not, your scenery's not going to be right. Okay? And then you also have your Navigraph. You want to update that as well, which I already did update my Navigraph, but I never ran the scenery because I've not been flying the freeware. There it is. Okay, so I'm going to hit OK. Exit. Now I'm going back to my local C program data file folder. Going down to FSTramp for p3d. Make sure you go to the correct folder. FSTramp for p3d v4. There's the scenery.00. And you'll tell because it say date modified at 07/04/2022. So I'm going to copy that. Go back out of here. Alright. And I'm just going to copy over top of it. And there you go. Your scenery has been done. Now, after that, if you don't have it, you need a program called Make Runways. And when you have that program, what you'll do is you'll put it inside a p3d under your C drive. Let's see. Okay, right here. And then I'm going to hit the letter M. Make runways. And you will run that as well. Run it. And now, that's going to take a minute as well. At the bottom, you'll see where it says total airports equals number of BGLS equals, and just let that run until it's done. Okay? It's easy stuff to do. So, just make sure you do it. I believe if you go to bvipilots.net, you can find everything you need, even for the freeware, it will be there. But yeah, for you to have a good experience with simming, you'll want to do this stuff or you're going to run into problems. Especially if you go on VAT Sim, they might give you runway 12 at Chicago. You get to Chicago and it's like, okay, that runway's not there. Where is it? So, stay up to date with that stuff. Let's see. And if it's done, it would say okay. It still says cancel at the bottom. So it'll take you a few minutes. The reason I decided to do this was because we had some new pilots come on and they were wanting to fly the freeware, but they really wasn't sure what direction to go. And so that'll at least help you get started. But, personal opinion, I don't think there's anything wrong with flying with freeware. There's the A320, there's the A380, there's the 737 MAX 10, even the 777. There's some good planes that you can fly. And if anybody's got questions, you can feel free to leave comments in the comment section down below. I can't remember. There's another thing you need to do with it's free. It's world updates, but I don't know the website. Let's see if we can Google it while we're live here. Free world update for p3d. Alright, let's see. I usually this might be the website here. Let me look and see. Yeah, here we go. I think this is it. Let's see. World everything p3d pack. Yeah, this is it. So I'm going to put the link in the chat as well. This is where you, and I'm going to show you how to do the world update as well. I should have did the scenery after I did this. That's okay. All right. Here is a website for free world update for p3d. There it is. Alright. You go there, you just click on the download. The world FSTramp p3d package. Click on that. Showing folder. Now this is a zip file, so I'm going to grab it from there. Go to documents. I'm just going to replace it with the old one. Okay. Now, when you go to the folder after you unzip it to its own folder, okay, and you go to the installer.x, run administrator. Okay, now, here's where you want to select all. Okay, you go down the list and just select them all. Install selection. Of course, I might have messed up. I should have waited. I don't think, what'd that say? What's that say? Update's been successfully completed. Alright. And then you can donate if you want. So, what you want to do, guys, and what I'm going to do, probably, the best way to do it is update your Navigraph. Let's just start from scratch, okay? We got everything. I've got to do it anyways. So what you can do is do it in a, do it in order, okay? So we've got this folder here, the world updates. Close my downloads. This is the website, so I ain't worried about that. We'll close that. Okay. This is the photo. We're about making runways yet. In case you do free payware, and I update 3 things: Navigraph, okay, so I'll open it. I don't have any new add-ons. Let me see what it said. I think it was a scan for new add-on. I'm going to hit yes. I don't know why it did that, because I'm going to hit yes and do that. But so basically the order of it's going to be alright, so I've selected all to update. So you do Alt-U to update selected items. And now it's updating everything that's, my add-ons, stuff like that. I don't know of any new add-ons that I have. But but we'll see here. So you'll do your Navigraph first, then do your world updates, and then do your make runways. Let me think about that for a minute. Yeah, you do your world updates, your Navigraph, then your scenery, then you do your make runways last, because that way it's going to update the runways for that latest update. So Navigraph, world updates, scenery, and then make runways. I don't know if my friend, let me see, I don't know that he's available. Let me ask him on the phone here, maybe he'll answer me. Tell Declan, when people are doing updates for Navigraph, comma, world updates, comma, as well as their scenery, comma, for the freeware period, would this be the correct order to do this in, period? First would be the Navigraph, then world updates, then scenery, then make runways.
I'll send this to Declan. When people are doing updates for Navigraph, world updates, as well as their scenery for the freeware, would this be the correct order to do this in? First would be the Navigraph, then world updates, then scenery, then make runways.
Send. Okay. I'm pretty sure that'd be the order you'd do that in. Because if you don't have your make runways in there, and up to date with everything, it could really throw you off. I'm going to do a flight here in a minute with some freeware. I believe we'll fly the A320, and I'll take you guys along with me. I will be stopping this live stream and starting a new live stream, so that they're not both all just one big live stream. It takes a minute for this to do it. So let that run for a minute and do what it's got to do. I hope everybody has had a good 4th of July. I hope you guys are doing well. I've got 4 weeks of college left, you guys, and then I've got a short break, and then I'll be starting, hopefully, IU to go for my 15 to 16 months for my bachelor's degree in psychology. It's been a long road. It's been a lot of work, but now, how do you know if it's done or not, in case you're using a reader and it's not reading it to you? Watch what happens if I hit Alt F4. See that? Are you sure you want to exit? No. Then just hit no and let it do what it's doing. Okay? It does take a few minutes, but it's best that you do that. By the way, I have a new weather system that I have been doing some research Um, I need to do some more research about it, but it's pretty amazing if it works right. My thing is it going to work with PMDG? It's I think $33, something like that. I would hope that it works. If it did, wouldn't have to worry about Active Sky anymore. And from understanding this, it's a lot better. Especially if you're doing videos and people's looking out your window. If it's like, it matches exactly how the day kind of goes when you start out in the morning, sun rising, and you got, a bright day, and it gets dimmer and dimmer as the day comes closer to an end. This new sound pack, or not sound pack, but weather system really matches all that. It can even match a tornado on the ground, you guys. That's pretty amazing. Are we done here?
We did.
Okay, no, it's not done. Showing people how to use FSTramp.
Wow.
So, hold on one second, guys. I'll be right back. I'm going to mute this a second while this is doing it. We're still waiting for this to update with the Navigraph. Technically, I didn't have to do all this, but I'm doing it so I can show you guys. Here we go. I can play some of my... Let's play the video opener. Why not?
Searching for greatness in a sea of the dying and shameless, a sea of the aimless. I don't wanna be one of the nameless. I'ma wake up with the mindset that one day I'm gonna make it, and I don't think I'll be fine if I don't break my limitations. Don't try to stop me, I exist to write my own story. I'll make a decision if I want some peace or if I want the glory. Yeah, don't want a life that is complacent or possibly boring. I just want a life that is worth every day exploring.
That is our opening music for the video. I just never do play it. Alright, let's see what we got going here. Is it still doing it? It is still going, my goodness. Come on. The bad thing about this program is not it's not very accessible. Hey!
What?
Come here.
What do you want, John?
Hold on 1 second, you guys. Is that solid or is it flashing? I can't tell.
Not flashing.
Hold on, guys. Alright. This should be done. No, I don't want to exit. Let's close some of these. That's just one of the add-ons. It doesn't. Okay, here we go. 71. So we're getting there. 83. 90. 97. Let's see if it's done. No, it's not done. Hold on. It's almost done, but I gotta figure out where is it at. Okay. So you can kind of figure out where it's at, but you got to tab through the program to figure it out. But then you do, and you can see kind of what it's doing. Like right here, you can see that it's working on the backup file. The only thing is the reader doesn't tell you which add-ons that it is. So do me a favor, hashtag Navigraph. Update the field so we can read them. Dang it. Everybody watching this right now, if you're on Twitch, share this on Twitter and put hashtag Navigraph. Update update the tags to make it accessible. Oh goodness, guys, I tell you. Hold on, guys, I'm gonna mute it for a second. Ladies and gentlemen, it's almost done. 88% there. 91% until destruction. 93. 96. 97. 99. Oh, now it's installing. It takes a minute for it to do this stuff, you know, and the more add-ons you got, the longer it takes. What I would like to try to do, I'd like to try to get an event going, not just BVI alone, but a public event. You know, getting other simmers even sighted to fly as well, and do a big flight. I was thinking through Washington, D.C. and somewhere out that way. I believe we're almost done here. Just says read only blank, but we can't read it. People don't know how to not call me. Alright, let's see here, you guys. Alright, it's backing up, 56. Alright, that's installing. Like I say, it takes time to do all these. You got your Navigraph, world updates, your scenery updater, and then your make runways.
Rook Talon. Hey yo. This blind flight simmer?
No. I did message Blind Flight Simmer. That's Declan. I messaged him, but you might have missed the beginning of this live stream. If you did, you can always go back when I'm done and watch it. But I go through and I show you how to go in and do your FSTramp to set it up, because you got to do it a certain way. Matter of fact, I'm going to go back through that one more time just to verify everybody saw how to do it, and then alright, I think we're updated. Let's see. No, we're not updated yet. Hold on. I'm updating my Navigraph right now. While I'm doing that, let me go show you. So you're going to go to your computer, you're going to go to your local C, and then you're going to go to you're going to go to Program Data, and you're going to create a folder called FSTramp for V11. But it's got to be exactly the way that I specify. If you look in the chat, I show you, I write down the name of it. It's in the chat. Exactly how you got to put it. The spaces, the letters, everything's got to match. FSTramp, so capital F, capital S as in Sam, capital T as in Tom, and then lowercase RAMP, and then space, the word for, lowercase, FOR, space, and then V11. Okay? I'll show it to you. Here it is. FSTramp. So you have FSTramp, so capital FST, all three letters are capitalized. Lower RAMP space 4, lowercase FOR space FS capitalized space V11, Victor 11. So FSTramp 4, FS V11. And what happens when you create that, if you don't create it, it gets mixed up, and it will think that you're, basically it's for Microsoft 2020, so this is a way that makes it work so that it doesn't get mixed up. The only thing in here is one file, scenery.00. And when you do your scenery, which I'm going to be doing here in a minute again, you run your scenery configuration program, and after you run your scenery, you come back and you come into FSTramp 4, FSTramp for p3d 4. You come in there and you grab this file, the scenery.000, okay? You grab it out of FSTramp for FSTramp p3d 4. You copy that and you come back and you put it inside of FSTramp for V11. You paste it right there over top the one that, if there's one in there, you just paste it over top of it. If you're just doing that folder, you won't have one in there, I don't think. Alright? So I'm going to close that for now. See if we can close Navigraph now. Alright, Navigraph's been updated. So again, to update Navigraph, you open it, you hit your space bar on select all, and then tab to update all. Let it update. It might take 5 minutes, it might take 20 minutes. Depends on how much you got. Alright, so then after you run Navigraph, come over here and do the world updates. I gave you the link, it is in the chat. If you're wanting to get your hands on the free world updates, this is just as good. Only difference, it's free. And so go grab that, download it, unzip it to its own folder under Documents, go inside that folder, and run the installer. It doesn't actually install a program, but it updates all your different airports. Okay? So we're going to run this World FSX for p3d installer. Run administrator. And what you're going to do, select all of them. So just go down the list and hit your spacebar on each one of them. Africa, America North, America South, Australia, Europe, Far East, Middle East, and Russia. Don't gotta worry about Russia attacking us, you know. It's just a sim. I don't have good words about Russia right now. Anyways, that's beside the point. After you select them all with your space bar, don't check or uncheck anything, just leave it the way it is. Well, I've already installed the update, so I don't got to do that again. Okay? So, I don't want to uninstall because it's already installed. So, I already did that earlier. It might not matter if you do Navigraph or World updates. I don't think the order matters. Because if it did, it'd let me do another update here, and it's not letting me. So, that just means it's already done. So, I'm going to close that folder. Now, what do we do next? We're going to go and let me get to it. So you're going to go back and you're going to go to p3d. Well, you would run your scenery. I'm not running scenery again. I've already done that. We'll do it again just in case. Okay? I don't want to not do it now. Alright, so I'm going to go to FSTramp Scenery Assembler. Okay? You'll find that on your desktop. It should be after you install FSTramp. So I'm going to run that. Run administrator. Like I said, you want to make sure you select what the sim that you've got installed. See where it says P3D4 right there? It's a list box. Make sure you select the sim that you have installed. It is very important. And then, this is important too. Uncheck where it says load FSTramp with the flight simulator selected above. Uncheck that box. You need to uncheck that. If not, it's going to be difficult for you. Alright, assemble scenery database for FSTramp. Okay. So we're going to do that. Alt plus A. Hit OK. Now, you need to do insert U. Hear that? If you don't want to hear all that gibberish, insert to no progress updates and just check it every now and then, or just wait, because it'll tell you when it's done. It'll pop up and you just got to hit OK. So we're doing it again. If you run your scenery updater and it does it in like 1 second, I can almost guarantee something's wrong. Okay? So you need to go back, check your steps, make sure your folder, make sure everything was done right, installed right, all that stuff. Because it does take it. Now once you run it the first time, next time you do it, it might not take as long, but it should definitely be quicker than just. It shouldn't be 2 seconds and it's done. Like right now, mine's not done. Okay? So it's important that you do that. And Leo, you guys, your brothers, and I forget the other names. I keep on getting them mixed up. I hope you guys had a good 4th of July. You guys really excited me being a part of the live streams and me seeing that you guys, have a true interest in flying. That really touched me. It really did. It really meant a lot. It means a lot to see all of you guys. Okay, see there? It says it's done. So basically, here's what it says. The scenery database is ready. Leave this scenery assembler with exit, start flight simulator, and activate FSTramp over the plugins / add-ons menu, or the default hotkey, Control plus F12. You don't need to run, do not do Control F12. That was when we didn't have the option for it to be in its own window. We had to do Control F12, so don't worry about that. And then you just hit OK. Hit exit. And there we go. Now, last thing we're going to do. Make runways. So now the make runways is running, and to look at that, you can do turn off your numpad if you have one. Do insert numpad 7 for screen review, and look here at the bottom. Total airports equals runways equals number of BGLS. It'll tell you when it's done, okay? But it's important that you do the make runways. Leo, if you are listening to this, or maybe you're listening to it at a later time, if you don't have make runways, you need it. It is very, very, very important that you get the make runways program, okay? Because that's what does all your, it basically updates all the runways to what's, you know, what it is now, not a century ago. All right. Once you do this stuff, you're ready. And we're going to do a flight. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and go to Google Chrome here. And I'm going to go to SimBrief. Actually, I'm not going to go to SimBrief. We're going to go to SimToolkit Pro. This is another program that you can download, and you can build your flight plans with it. You can also monitor your flight with it.
Pilot Life 2020. STKP Twitch admin has joined.
Twitch admin has joined. All right. So we'll go to flight planning.
Rook Talon. Thanks. I've got Leo's computer. I'll do all this for him since he'll be gone for 2 weeks.
Very cool, man. Anything I can do to help. I would really like to get you up on the server, man. If you guys ever want to come up on the server, and I can help you out a lot there too, okay? Alright, departure is going to be Indianapolis. Actually, no, it's not. Departure is
Rook Talon.
Detroit.
Is there a Discord server?
Some of them will use a Discord server. I don't have it installed on my end. Well, I do, but my Discord is, for some reason, I don't got it working right. So there is the WhatsApp. You know what WhatsApp is? That is something that I think you would really be able to get a lot of info from and connect with all the other BVI pilots. We've got BVI Virtual on WhatsApp, and you would like it, I believe. So we're going to leave from Detroit, and we're going to fly down to Miami. Now this select button, it's
Rook
just
Talon.
other flights that are actually
I
taking
know what
place.
WhatsApp is, but my number is invalid.
Your number is invalid. Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know how to... So all these select buttons are actual real airplanes right now that are doing the same flight as me. So for example, there's an A319 American airline going from Detroit to Miami. There's a B-38 going to Miami. An E-175, whatever that is.
If there's a Team Talk server, I'll use that too.
There is a Team Talk server. How can I get you the info? I can make you a account on Team Talk, but I need to know where to send you the info. Are you following me on Twitter? Are you following BVI Pilots on Twitter? If so, you can message there and I can message you. Or no, here, better yet, go to facebook.com/BVI Pilots and send me a message. And I can message you back the information.
Rook Talon. That's probably the best way.
Yeah, I
if
think...
you could make me a .tt file, I'll download it from Dropbox. I'm following BVI Pilots.
Okay. Yeah, I can do that. I can make you a... That's a good idea. I've never done the TT file, but I know you can do it through the server, so I will... you message me on that messenger on Facebook. Message BVI Pilots on there, and I will give you a Dropbox link to download that file.
Rook Talon. You could just private message me on Twitter. I'll get the link.
Okay, that'll work too. Good deal. Alright, so we got that set. Alright, I'm just generating my flight plan now.
Twitter is my main form of communication. I'll be glad to join the server.
Yeah, I don't mind Twitter. Twitter works. That works for me. We can do that. We'll hit fly now. Load sheet. So we're going to be cruising at 36,000 today.
Talon. Personally, I just want to get flying.
Yeah, I hear you, man. Alright, make runways is still going there. Alright, there that is. Let's see. Okay. So, there we go. Make runways is done. Hit OK. Close that. So we're going to fly with freeware today. Okay, guys? And you're going to want to go to SimBrief and download the SimBrief downloader, and here's why. When you download it, you can run it, and when you run it, whatever flight plan you last built through SimBrief, see there, KDTW to KMIA. So I just arrow down here to export. Nine files have been saved. Go down to close. Exit the downloader. And there we go. Alright. So we're going to go to p3d. We're going to load that. And then I'm going to load FSTramp and show you guys how to load the flight plan in the FSTramp. Just waiting for p3d here to load. I need to plug in my headset. I know it's working on going dead. Here we go. Well, come on. There we go. So I'm going to go to change vehicle. This time we're just flying the come on. These are all Airbuses. Get these out of the way. There it is. We'll do this one. This is a good one right here. I like this one. Change airport. KDTW. Okay. Alright, that's the active runway. We don't want the runway. We want to go. Come on. We'll go to gate 11. And again, this is freeware.
Rook Talon. Where are you flying to?
So we're going to be flying from Detroit to Miami using freeware. I was going to make it 2 live streams, but I'm just going to stay live and just fly it. Alright, so we'll hit enter, we'll load this, and then I'll load FSTramp. And you'll see exactly what it looks like and kind of what you need to be looking for. Alright. TFM public, we need that. Alright, this is regenerating the airport cache. That's normal. That can take a minute sometimes. It's just where I've not flown freeware for a little bit. Well, that's doing that. Let's go ahead and load FSTramp.
Rook Talon. So which aircraft are freeware? I've heard of someone who spent $4,000 on aircraft, so I definitely don't want to do that.
No, there's a bunch. If you go to like Simviation, Simviation, simviation.com, or you can just Google freeware for p3d. There's a lot out there, man. I mean, the list is just, it goes on and on. Alright. So you go over here to the top, and you got to go to plan and hit open. I'm just finding the flight plan here. Okay, let me go back. I'm gonna go there for a minute. Hold on a minute. I got too many flight plans in the folder. I'm gonna clear them out right now.
Rook Talon. Not surprised you have so many flight plans.
Oh
You
yeah,
fly a lot.
I had way too many. So we'll go back to SimBrief Downloader. I'm going to download it again. I need to make sure it's going to download from p3d. When you're using FSTramp, you need to come into the SimBrief Downloader and activate the type of plans you want to download. See how there's this long list here? See, there's all these different ones, FS 2020. And there it is, okay. Okay, so yep, I've got the directory already selected. Go to export. Go to close. Close and reap downloader. And there it is. So we'll run that, and then now I probably should have loaded the one that said no SID/star because it loads it in there twice. But that's okay, I can manage with this. Alright, here that is. So I'm going to select I really need, hold on a minute. So when you look at your flight plan, see it says KDTW /22L. That's where I'm taking off from, and right beside it, to the right of it, says CLVIN2.stage. That is my SID. Okay, so I'm going to look for 22 left. Okay, I'm looking for Cleveland. So right there, that is your right arrow. And there it is, 22L. So that is my SID. I'm going to hit my application key. Associate with flight plan. Okay, so there's my SID. Now go back up here, go to the bottom of that legs list, up arrow to KMIA. Now let's see what my star is. You get your star. Alright, so we know it's 8 right. Go to the left of that, frogs 2, haunted. So it's probably going to be haunted. It's going to be the star and frogs 2 of the transition. But let's take a look. Nope, there it is, frogs. I believe that was 8 left. Let's make sure. 8 right. Going to associate and And then there's ILS. That says DHP, but we'll do 8 right. So now we got our SID and our star added. Now I'm going to tab. And see where it said 5 plan 1 M. See the M right there when I tab? 5 plan M1 checkbox not checked. You can actually make a hotkey for that if you wanted to. I don't have one, so I'm just gonna check mark that box like this. Now everything there, some of that stuff's not checked, but it will be once we get and take off. That stuff there will check itself, because FSTramp handles all of it. Okay, the most you're doing is handling your takeoff, doing your landing. There's a lot you don't do with the freeware. Give me 1 second, you guys. Okay. Now we've got everything there set up on the Tramp side. So now if I wanted to do packs or any of that, we could do that. So let's do it. Here's packs. Just got to give it a minute. It's being slow. Come on. Alright, we don't need Sim Toolkit Pro. So for that, we're just going to exit it. Alright. Yep, it is. Now here's the cool thing, if we want to, we can do custom safety. There it is. So there's our announcement. And there we go. Now we got our door open. I'm actually going to shut the engines down. That was me. I did that with my controls here. There we go. Don't need our strobe yet, but I will turn it on once we get moving. So right now what's happening is they're boarding our passengers here. Going to load FS Airlines. Why did it not let me not letting me sign it. Why? Oh, I know why. Okay, so we're not going to use FS Airline this time. Are you still with us, buddy? You still here with the flight? And matter of fact, while the passengers are doing that, I'm gonna open Twitter. And see if you messaged me yet. Open Twitter. So guys, I've got my Twitter open too. If you want a message about flying, you want set up on the GT server, you got to message me first before I can message you, okay? So follow BVI Pilots and we'll get you set up. Alright, we're still boarding. See where it says that? We'll know when they're boarded because they'll tell us. Let's see if we got anybody on V-Pilot, shall we?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard. This is your flight attendant speaking. At this time, please be sure to make sure all large carry-on items are in the overhead bins and your small items are underneath the seat in front of you. If you have any trouble or need any assistance, please don't hesitate to let a flight attendant know and we would be happy to help you. If the overhead bin is full, please make sure you close it as a courtesy to other passengers. Please double check that all your items are put away so that the aisle is clear and other passengers can make their way to their seats. If you're in an emergency exit row, please leave the exit seating responsibilities in the card in the seat back in front of you. If you're not able to comply with these actions, please let a flight attendant know so that way you can be reseated. Now's the time to get out any last-minute text messages if you need to, but we ask that once we depart from the gate, you put away any laptops or tablets. Thank you, and welcome aboard.
Alright, let's see if we got anybody in Detroit. Alright, V-Pilot being silly, we're not even going to worry about it. Alright, we'll go with Delta for our pushback.
Hello, Captain. We're ready for pushback. locking gear.
Well, guys, I've not done a freeware flight. I've not done one of these flights for a long time.
Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted. Release parking commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
All right.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard Flight 56, with service to Miami. Our flight time will be roughly 2 hours and 37 minutes. Now that the cabin door is closed, please make sure that all devices are in airplane mode and your large devices are now shut down and stowed. Please fasten your seatbelt and make sure that all tray tables and seat backs are in the full upright and locked position for departure. Cabin crew, prepare doors for departure, cross-check, verify straps, and stand by for all calls. Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the screen for an important safety demonstration. Thank you for flying with us.
Welcome aboard this BVI virtual flight, and thank you for choosing us as your airline of choice. We know there's a lot of options out there, but we here at BVI Virtual are confident our service will be a unique experience for all passengers, and especially for those VIPs who are flying with us for the support we provide to those with disabilities. Firstly, however, we must go over the safety procedures for this aircraft. We ask for your full attention at this time, even if you are a familiar flyer. We hope that our friendly cabin crew have by now gotten you comfortably settled and have demonstrated the safety features of this aircraft to you personally if you have a disability. If you have not yet been able to access the cabin crew support regarding the safety features of the aircraft and you do have, for example, a visual or physical impairment, please do speak up to a member of the crew or access the cabin call button above your head. Alternatively, you may call a cabin crew member using the BVI Virtual iPhone or Android app, as well as accessing all the information and services for today's flight. The safety card written in Braille and its print counterpart are also in the pocket of the seat in front of you.
First, check your seatbelt is securely fastened. Insert the metal tag into the buckle and tighten by pulling on the loose end. To unfasten, simply lift up the metal flap on the buckle and pull apart. You will find a visual seatbelt sign on the panel above your head, as well as hearing the auditory chimes. The app will also show its current status. When the signs are on, you must fasten your belt securely. We will provide extension seat belts for infants. We suggest that you keep your seat belt fastened even when the signs are off in case of unexpected turbulence.
Your life jacket is either beside your seat in first and business class, or underneath the seat in economy premium and economy class. To use it, remove it from the container and place it over your head. Pass the tapes around your waist and tighten securely. Inflate your jacket only when you leave the aircraft. Since the cabin crew are unable to demo this to each of our visually impaired customers, you can find a detailed auditory description of the procedure on our BVI Virtual app. The cabin crew have received specialist training on how to support those with various disabilities in exiting the aircraft in the event of a water landing. We supply life cots for babies also, and life cots for children. In the unlikely event that we have to make an emergency landing, you will be told to adopt the brace position. Place your hands on the seat back in front of you, and bend your head down so that it is covered by your arms. In the event of an emergency evacuation, move as quickly as possible to the nearest exit. The cabin crew will personally have explained where you are situated
before we
in relation
take
to
off,
the nearest emergency exit. We recommend you use the information given, such as numbers of rows, to find your way, as well as clear communication. It is pivotal that you remain as calm as possible, as the cabin crew will endeavor to support those most in need in making their way out of the aircraft, and clear communication will be vital. Unfortunately, in such a situation, it is also important that you do not take any personal belongings with you, even those which may aid your mobility in the outside world, as they may damage the evacuation slides. The textured flooring, which has a pronounced difference to the carpeted cabin, will also alert our visually impaired customers of their approach to an exit. Emergency lighting, including floor-level lighting, will help sighted passengers find their way to the exits.
There are 2 exits at the rear of the aircraft and 2 at the front of each cabin section. You can find more specific information about this particular aircraft on the BVI virtual app. To open, move the handle in the direction of the red arrow or the indented braille dots. Opening the doors automatically inflates the evacuation slides. When off the slide, move away from the aircraft, again ensuring you remain calm as the cabin crew evacuate all passengers.
If the aircraft has landed on water, these slides will detach to form rafts. As you leave the aircraft, inflate the life jacket by pulling the tag on the front. If necessary, blow into the rubber tube to top up the air. A light and whistle are fitted to attract attention, as well as an emergency button on the top of the chest section, which will send an alert to all cabin crew to signal that you are in need of particular assistance.
Your oxygen mask is located behind the panel above your head, and the cabin crew will have shown you this, or you will have listened to the auditory demonstration on the BVI virtual application. If the cabin air fails, this will be released, and an auditory message will sound to alert you. Pull this towards you to begin the supply of oxygen, and please note that the bag may not inflate. Place the mask over your mouth and nose, adjust the band to secure it, and breathe normally. Please
Echo.
make sure your own
What is
mask
the
is correctly
temperature in
fitted before
Detroit,
helping
Michigan?
others. The cabin
Right
crew
now,
will be
in
aware of the
Detroit,
situation
Michigan,
and
it's
support those who
87
may have
degrees
difficulty in
Fahrenheit.
putting on their own
Tonight,
masks.
expect a low of
Note
73
that,
degrees.
unlike
By the
other
way,
airlines,
you have a new
we encourage the
notification.
use of mobile
Do you want
phones,
to hear it?
tablets, and other devices
No.
as they provide vital safety and comfort services. However, we do not encourage this use during the takeoff and landing
Hold on 1 minute,
phases of
guys.
flight, or they must be stored safely. This aircraft is equipped with onboard Wi-Fi, and this will work free of charge for the BVI virtual app only. If a device emits smoke, feels hot, or gives cause for concern, especially if it falls into the seating structure, please alert a cabin crew member immediately.
Please do ensure any hand baggage is safely stowed in the overhead bins or in the seat pockets in front of you and that it is not blocking the aisles. The cabin crew will ensure that your seating arrangement is comfortably settled if you have a service animal before the aircraft begins to taxi. Place items in the bin carefully, and remember they may move during flight, so take
Alright,
care when
guys.
opening the bin so as not to injure other passengers.
As we prepare for takeoff, please ensure the tray tables are up, your seat is upright, and your armrest is down. We encourage you to review any safety procedures listed in the app, and to continue using this application when airborne to call the crew, view menus, make orders, or to access the in-flight entertainment. The inbuilt tracking system gives the current flight statistics, as well as a live ATC stream directly from the cockpit. We very much hope you enjoy this BVI virtual domestic flight. From our headquarters in the United Kingdom to our crew spread right throughout the world, BVI Virtual is here to provide our very own vision of flight to you, our valued guests today.
All right. See if this works right.
"13 knots, 17 knots, 21 knots, 26 knots, 34 knots, 44 knots, 58 knots, 69 knots. 82 knots. 94 knots. 111 knots. 127 knots. 144 knots. 160 knots. 176 knots. Airborne. 189 knots.
$109.30, 92. $109.30, 92. Alright, if we look at FSTramp, come here and look at it. Yeah, we'll go to 7,000, then we'll climb to 15,000. And there we go. It is so much different flying with freeware compared to payware. I keep catching myself trying to do something I don't gotta do. Now we're going to start climbing again. Alright, with the beacon on, we got all that on. It says 3 hours. 3 hours 23 minutes. That's inaccurate. It'll change when we get to cruise altitude. But for freeware, I mean,
We have now passed
it don't sound bad at all.
Turn on larger portable electronic devices. This is also a reminder to please keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the duration of the flight and do not form a line near the lavatory. This aircraft is equipped with onboard Wi-Fi. You will be required to pay a small fee if you wish to access it. We do offer complimentary in-flight TV thanks to our partners. Connect to the Wi-Fi and you'll be able to access our wide range of free live TV and paid movies library.
But with freeware and having FSTramp, I mean, FSTramp does pretty good. I mean, it's not perfect, but to find out what your next waypoint is you're flying to, do right bracket W. Alright, and that's going to be fall. It's in 4 miles. To find out what you're currently flying over top of, do right bracket shift C as in Charlie. That's Lucas, Ohio. To find out the nearest biggest city to you, do right bracket C as in Charlie. Some different views for you. But anyway, guys, mainly this was to show you guys the FSTramp. If you would like to see more flights with FSTramp, let me know. I'd be glad to do that. But pretty much when you take off, Tramp will fly you all the way, and course, you got to do your speeds on landing, but there's nothing to that either. If you got questions, please be sure to leave your comments or questions down below, and I'd be glad to answer any questions that we can. I want to thank you guys for watching the video and remind you that it's up to you to help us share the channel, to get our name out there. If it wasn't for you, this channel wouldn't have one person subscribed to it. So I gotta thank you for that, because it's you that matters. It's your views, your opinion that really makes the biggest difference here on the channel for BVI pilots. Guys, I appreciate every one of you. I hope you have and did have a wonderful 4th of July. And yeah, we'll be talking to you real soon. So be sure to tap on that subscribe button and join us here at BVI Pilots if you've yet subscribed. Also set your notifications to always, so that you are notified each and every single time that we publish a new video or go live. Until next time, my friends, keep the blue skies up. And if you don't, I've said it once, twice, even 3 times. Houston, if the skies are down,